If you're watching this later, you're going to want to skip ahead 28 minutes to the Borderlands 4 gameplay deep dive. This is the Borderlands 4 state of play. We did a big long waiting room throughout the day, just hanging out with the community and having a ball. If you're watching this later, it also helps if you hit the like button. I am going to end that previous stream. We're also streaming on Twitch. If you prefer to watch on Twitch, just look for Reforge Gaming TV over there. I'm going to end that other stream, though, and I'm going to bring folks over with redirect. Thanks for everybody who just kind of hung out today. I appreciate it very, very much, everybody who hung out. And I am going to make sure and change that thumbnail, though, on the previous stream, because we are no longer live on that one. Although it is saying that I'm not going to be able to save. I don't think I'm going to be able to save it. Like, the back end of YouTube is glitched out. It thinks that I haven't done the verification for external links, but it is actually acting like it is. I don't know what the heck's going on. YouTube's been having problems today, so if you guys are having issues watching or glitches or anything like that, I do apologize. Make sure this is a new stream, y'all. This is a new stream, so make sure and smash that like button as we sort of get ready for the state of play. I don't know if it's going to let me save it. Let's see if it lets me save it. It did. It let me save it. That's so weird. It's like highlighting the text box red and acting like I can't do it. I got to put the dough in the fridge for my wife. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. My wife likes to put when she does dough for like pizza or for bread and stuff, she likes to put it in my office because like my office is like just the right amount of warmth. And then she told me to set a timer and put it in the fridge. Make sure as you guys are kind of settling in and getting ready to watch this, make sure you hit that like button. Does Borderlands come with matchmaking like Destiny? Usually, yeah, it has some kind of a way for you just like to play with people. Yeah. What's good, John? How are you? How are you doing, Jatoak? You never finished 3? I rolled credits on 3 and never did anything else with it again. I didn't like it. I did not like it. We talked a lot about that, today. Just the way they had it set up to where, gear wouldn't be at your level on the first playthrough, but then it would on the second. Like, I just couldn't stand that. Yo, it's good, Brooklyn. What you're saying is you're planning on putting a bun in the oven. No, we are not saying that. Mechanically, it was good. Story was bad. Googly, with the super chat, always so generous, says, did the PC version of Days Gone have the graphics enhancements of the remastered version of the PS5 Pro? I bought it on the PC version a while ago, just wondering if I should get the PS5 Pro version instead. I'm pretty sure the version that is on PS5 Pro that is enhanced, I'm pretty sure they pushed any of those updates to PC because there's also new content that you'll get on PC. Like the Horde mode and stuff. Guys, double check one more time that you've hit the like button. We've had a very strange day on YouTube. YouTube's been acting a little squirrely, so it might not save your like. We've been having the chat crash and some other weird oddities today. Do I think Borderlands 4 will be any good? I'm very apprehensive right now I'm always a little bit worried about developers. Like, are they going to get to the point where like they just kind of like lose their way? You know, can they recapture the magic? Is the magic recapturable, or is it sort of like nostalgia that a lot of us are remembering? You know what I mean? It's always so hard to know. I like what I've seen so far. The gunplay looks better. Movement looks better. You know, just sort of watching your content. Appreciate your unbiased coverage. I appreciate that. This is the 5th game. So there's BL1, BL2, the pre-sequel, and then there's Borderlands 3, and then there's Tiny Tina's Borderlands game. So this is like number 6, actually. Well, Tiny Tina's, a lot of people would say, is not like a traditional Borderlands. So, and a single gifted comes in from DK Bager. Let's go. Let's have a strong stream, y'all. We had a nice long waiting room. We're gonna have to kind of jumpstart this stream, though. There's almost 300 of you here, and y'all are still making me beg for likes. What is going on, chat? We've got to figure this one out. We're at almost 300 viewers. The like count's not moving. It could be Twitch. I don't know. Let me look on the browser on my gaming rig. I'm not sure what's going on. It's like it won't move. No, yeah, like 50 something. Come on, y'all, wake up. A lot of you are lurking. No PC had graphic settings all along. That was just for console. But the content update they would give you, I would assume. Right? I would assume they would give you the content. Like they added like the horde mode and stuff. I make my own pizzas now from scratch, my own dough and sauce, like saved. There we go. Now it's moving. Came from Twitch and hit the like. Thank you so much, Pac-Man on a bike. Not sure what the deal was today, man. We had a really strong start with the waiting room, and then like we had some blips and some chat crashes, and we just never really recovered. It was a very weird day. You have to pay $10 for the extra content. Oh, they don't just give it to you on Steam. You have to pay. I didn't realize that. I thought they were just going to give it to you. Mr. Frugal with 40 months. Great to see what you're doing. That was one heck of a stream for Elder Scrolls. Has your coffee been affected by the tariffs? I only got 5 bags left. No, it's not affected by the tariffs. We only ship within the U.S. anyway. So. The second one was so bad. What was bad? Oh, there's Tales from the Borderlands as well. The first was great. Second was terrible. Yeah, I liked the first one. You just ran out of the coffee the other day. Well, orders are back up and running. The reforgeroast.com website. We had to push out a little update, and then it fixed it. Directory's kind of dead at the moment. Oh, I mean, the Borderlands directory on Twitch won't have much going on until people start playing. Yeah, I'm not concerned about that. The third one's your least favorite. I caught more once I pre-order collector's edition of Ghost. That's fine. Borderlands 2 was the only one you really played. I don't think I ever on Borderlands 2, I think I did every character except Zero. I just could never vibe with him. I did Salvador a bunch. I did Axon a couple of times. I did a Siren. I just could never get down. Microsoft Quarterly is out. Microsoft latest earnings reports reveals Xbox revenue climbs as hardware sales drop. Yeah, that's just going to continue to happen. their revenue's going to go up because of all the publishing and all the sales they're getting of their games. But the hardware is just going to continue to go down. No, I didn't do a Krieg. I did a Gauge. Yeah, I didn't do a Krieg, and I didn't do a Zero. I just could never get down with anybody that was melee based. I just couldn't do it. I just never could get into a flow state. I tried. I remember I tried. There was a busted build with Zero and a sniper or something where like you could shoot. Wasn't there the one boss where if you shot him in the right spot, it would do some kind of reflection thing and like instantly kill him? It would make this sound. It'd be like, blah, 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 blah. It would like make this sound and he'd like die like instantly. I think. Gage broke me. Her whole kit was about missing shots. She had some fun. I remember her having some fun builds. I also remember, yeah, it was on Bunker. You could do something with Bunker and Zero and a sniper and like hit a specific spot and it would do something. I forget. I don't even remember what the perk was called. When are we going to get an update on Wolverine? There's no reason to do anything with Wolverine this year. They're going to do a deep dive into Saros gameplay. They've got Yote. They've got Death Stranding 2. They've got GTA 6. That's not even their game, and GTA 6 is going to be freaking huge for them. Why is PlayStation doing a state of play for this game? Yeah, it was called Boar. That's what it was. It was the Boar perk or ability or whatever. I think they're doing a state of play for this because they won. They're in the lead position, so they're going to start using state of plays to be like, check out this great third-party game. Like, I think people are misfiring on this. They're all upset. They're like, what about Yote? What about Yote? It's like, this is not a one-to-one where, well, they're going to do this instead of a Yote state of play. I think Yote is going to get, like, center stage treatment at the showcase, which from what we've heard, they are going to be doing a showcase. I also think I think people continue to critique people continue to critique PlayStation's marketing and decision making as if they care about first party the way that we do. I don't know, you got to listen to Shuhei Yoshida's interviews. You got to listen to Herman Hulse, and it's like they don't think the way that we do. We're keeping score in a game that doesn't exist to them. It just doesn't exist to them. They're not like, oh yeah, we're really failing. Our first party studios just don't show up enough. That's just a stupid contest on Twitter. That doesn't, in the realm of business and how they make their decisions. I think people continually make the mistake of thinking that PlayStation values what we value in our Twitter spats and our console fights. They don't care about any of that. Like, Shuhei made it clear. They've got relationships where they pay to publish. They've got relationships where they pay for the exclusivity. And then they've got relationships where they own the studio. And then they've got relationships where they don't own the studio, but they own the IP. They view all of that as first party efforts. All of that. You know what I mean? I don't think I don't care about first party versus third party stuff either, but I feel like it's been long enough. We should have at least gotten a tweet about it. Oh, about Wolverine? Yeah, but they're very weird with their marketing. Like, they won't talk about something. They did this with God of War Ragnarok. Like, they wouldn't say anything about Ragnarok. They wouldn't give us a release date. And then all of a sudden, once they finally got what was it? The Last of Us Part 1 remake. Once that shipped, then all of a sudden they were like free to talk about Ragnarok. I'm telling you, they don't like to flood the market with with updates on their games and stuff. They don't. They did Intergalactic, and then they don't say anything. And then they'll do Saros, and then they won't say anything. Right? They did that with Spider-Man 2. It was like nothing, 20 minutes of gameplay at a showcase, and then no release date. So what'd they do? Well, they gave their release date to Keighley. So, like, I don't... They're one of the hardest to predict because they're just like, hey, here's this thing, and then they put it away and won't talk about it. Oh, yeah, we're going to do Wolverine, and they put it away and they don't talk about it. I understand Star Wars Intergalactic. Those are recent. Think about how long we waited on Spider-Man 2, though. They were like, yeah, we're making Spider-Man 2, and they put it away, and they didn't talk about it for how long? Sony's not good at building hype. I don't know if they ever feel the need to quote-unquote build hype. I just think they walk out, they roll the trailers, they make their announcements, their games sell very well. They have a very, very good flow and cadence of revenue from stuff that they don't even pay for with third party. Wolverine's like, what, 4 years? At this point, Brooklyn, what could they say that we need to know if it isn't gameplay or a release date, though? What could they possibly say? What are they going to... You see what I'm saying? Like, what's the point? Like, Saros is going to come back with a gameplay deep dive. That makes perfectly good sense. A Wolverine trailer update right now doesn't do anything. Like, what's it do? Unless they have gameplay or a release date, they're wasting everybody's time. I've been critical of that with Xbox. It's like what they did with Fable and State of Decay and Hellblade. It's like it just kept showing up, just kept showing up, just kept showing up. No gameplay, no dates. No gameplay, no dates. It doesn't serve a purpose. All it does is add hype and cannon fodder to a stupid fight with people on Twitter. Yeah, look how many games we got coming. And it's like you'll ignore the fact that they all get delayed or they show up and they're not ready, or, you know, the roadmaps never, ever have shown up in the way that they've been announced. I don't know. I would much prefer them say nothing until they have a date and gameplay. I don't care what's the point right now in showing me another cinematic about Wolverine? It doesn't serve a purpose. I know you're making it. I know it'll show up eventually. Insomniac tends to cook. You have my trust until you break trust. What's wrong with the likes? Mine's at 113. Yeah, the like count's been kind of funky. You could try and join the games instead of whining about them. Who are you talking to? No one's whining. Dividing the customer focus on a game isn't effective marketing, so there's no incentive for them to market games, especially if those games aren't polished. It could have a negative effect on sales. Yeah, I also think that's true. Like, they want all focus to be on the next thing. So it'll be like, all focus is on Yote. All focus is on, like, Death Stranding 2. All focus is on this. They don't want to divide the attention. So they do the teaser, they do the announcement, and then they tuck it away until they're ready to show you gameplay and give you a date. Like, that's what they did with Yote, right? They announced Yote, they showed us a trailer, they told us 2025. They didn't do another thing with Yote until it was time to be like, here's the release date. A $5 super chat from Bor. Wolverine's an outlier. Most games this generation from PlayStation have been 18 months. That's why I expect Intergalactic to launch next year. I don't know if Wolverine's an outlier as much as it was an early gen hype, hype flag. Hey, you're going to want to be in PS5 this gen. Why? Well, we're doing Spider-Man. Well, we're doing Horizon. We're doing God of War and Gran Turismo and Wolverine. Like, it's just an early Vision Cast hype. Release date for Yote is October the 2nd. No, you're fine, Brooklyn. I mean, it's a PlayStation State of Play. It's a perfectly legitimate question to ask. Like, we're getting a Borderlands State of Play. Well, where are all the other PlayStation games? I just continue to think that people are expecting PlayStation to value something that we don't, that we value and they don't. They absolutely don't consider how long we've had to wait for a first-party studio game like with Yote. They don't view that as a problem. They don't. They're like, you're getting Lost Soul Aside, we're publishing that. You're getting Death Stranding 2, we're publishing that. Those are both exclusive to the console. Lost Soul Aside will be on PC because it's a China Hero project. But Death Stranding 2 is an exclusive. And then they're doing Yote, and they say, well, at 3, that's good for us. And then they're just going to leave the end of the year wide open for GTA 6 because they know GTA 6 is going to be bigger for them than anybody else. GTA 6 will be bigger for PlayStation than any other platform. Like, they're not going to sell nearly as many copies on Xbox. It's not even a contest. And that to them is a perfectly good year. Hypothetical case, imagine if Rockstar was doing marketing on GTA 6 and then also marketing another game at the same time. Chances are the focus on the other game would get overlooked. I like that. I would just like to know more about Logan. I get wanting to know more. I have very much gotten to the point where the next time you talk about your game, so you are totally allowed to do a teaser or an announcement. I'm fine with that. Hey, we're making Wolverine. Great. Awesome. The next time you talk to me, I want gameplay and or a release date. I'm okay with getting gameplay and then maybe waiting a little bit for the release date. I'm okay with that as long as I see some gameplay. Like, I want to know what the game looks like. The next time you talk to me, that's what I want. I don't need another cinematic. It doesn't do anything. Hey, just in case y'all forgot, we're still making Wolverine. Cool. Yeah, that was a waste of my time. I didn't need that. I don't value information that demands my attention, but isn't worthy of it. And some trailer 18 months out just because they think they need to keep us updated squarely falls into not worthy. And I think their viewpoint on it is very simple. They're like, there's no reason to get anybody's attention about Wolverine right now. We want their attention on Lost Soul Aside, Death Stranding 2, and Yote. That's what we're making money on this year from our own publishing efforts. So why would we clutter that up with Wolvie? Why? You know? And I also think they want to get all their stuff out of the way so that when GTA 6 is landing, that's, you know, that they're not having their stuff stepped on by, you know, by Rockstar's Leviathan title. If it wasn't for all the leaks and pressure from stockholders, we would still have been waiting for the first GTA 6 trailer. Maybe. If you guys are watching on Twitch, consider hitting that follow button. It's how you talk in my chat. We've been back on Twitch for a couple weeks now. We are multi-streaming, so I am also streaming on YouTube. If you guys are watching on YouTube, do me a favor. We got 5 minutes till this starts. Try to get me to 200 likes before the show starts. Microsoft's done a Fable trailer every year since like 2019. Waste of my time. Well, and they finally did another State of Decay trailer, and it didn't do anything. It didn't show anything. And it wasn't gameplay. Quit telling me it's gameplay when it's not. All the people that tried to tell me that was State of Decay gameplay, they said the same dumb thing about Fable. Oh, that's gameplay. Oh, yeah? Did you watch the pre-alpha footage that they finally released of Fable? It looks nothing like the trailers where people claimed it was gameplay. Why? Because it's not. It's simulated. It's fake. Come on. Quit falling for it. Quit falling for the same tricks every time. It's not gameplay. There's like 6 different Fable trailers. I can recall 3, not 6. There's the initial trailer with the fairy. Then there was the other one with the guy from the IT crowd. I think there was one that was just a logo even before the fairy. And then there was the recent one with the guy, the king guy, that's talking and narrating the whole time. And wasn't there another one? I can't remember. I think there's like 4. I think there's 4. Oh, the logo is the fairy one. That's the same trailer. Okay, yeah, so just 3. Yeah. Yeah, they showed up in 2024, 2023, and 2022. I don't know what they did in... Eugene's saying they did something in 2019. I don't remember them doing something in 2019. 2020, yeah, 2020 was the reveal, not 2019. Yeah. They did the reveal in 2020. I don't think they did anything in 2021 or 2022, or did they just have it on the roadmap, or they had it on a placard or something, or maybe they just reran the same trailer. I can't remember. I do remember it felt like Fable showed up every single time. Yeah, the Fable Legends trailers, yeah, I remember that. They kept throwing it on roadmaps. And then it showed up in 2023 and 2024. Right. Yeah. Yeah, I said numerous times that I felt like Fable was getting delayed out of this year. It was just a gut feeling when we heard that the they had moved Outer Worlds, sorry. They moved Outer Worlds 2 earlier to replace something that had slipped. I was like, I bet you that it's Fable. Fable's been brought up as a benefit of Game Pass since 2020. Yo, a little surge in the like count. Thank you, boys. Let's get to 200 likes. You guys are crushing it. Nice, strong turnout for this state of play that starts in 2 minutos. We will be watching it. If you watch on Twitch with regularity and you don't want to see ads, just sub to the channel and you never will. Yo, what's good, Wicked Bob? Microsoft financial report is action surprising. Decline in revenue in console. The growth is so minimum without shooting Game Pass numbers despite all the game releases. I thought their revenue was up. Oh, did the report indicate that Game Pass didn't see significant growth or something? I've not had a chance to look at it. Yeah, on YouTube Premium, you'll never see an ad. Yes. A little bit cheaper on Twitch because you can just do a sub to me and you'll never see an ad on my channel. They said 8% growth without sharing any numbers. Okay. Come on, Borderlands 4, don't be like 3. I don't think they're going to repeat the same. I don't think they're going to repeat the mistakes of 3. I don't think so. Will Borderlands 4 be on the Switch too? Have they indicated that? Did they indicate that they're trying to get it on the Switch too, or that they're going to be releasing it? I can't remember. Does Battlefield drop this year? It is? Okay. I think everybody's going to try to get their game on Switch too. Guys, really quickly before it starts, man, smash that like button. These are great events as well to go on little member train runs. You guys on YouTube have been crushing it. We're a little behind pace, but that's okay. That is okay. That 500 goal on the week is for that Friday night stream with Madam. Can't imagine all the controversy around Wolverine water puddles in the first trailer. Oh, it'll be bad. Yeah, you better watch out. You better watch out. Run a train on the like button? Yeah. Smash that like button. If you decide to join on YouTube, make sure that you pick Member Plus. All right? Here we go. Mature content that may not be suitable for all audiences. Footage contains a mix of gameplay and in-game cinematics. Captured on the PS5 Pro.
What use is a vault hunter? What use is a killer? A brute. A rule-breaking, loot-taking, running and gunning natural disaster. You are, in a word, mayhem. I take that personally.
This will probably get muted. This will probably get muted because I think they like to use copyrighted music.
Be advised, a citywide curfew has been enacted. Violators will be shot on sight.
Heyo! I'm Randy Pitchford, founder of Gearbox Entertainment. Today, we're giving you our deepest look yet at Borderlands 4. All the excitement, loot, and gnarly carnage all running on PlayStation 5 Pro.
Since creating the looter-shooter genre nearly 16 years ago, we've continued to refine the formula, delivering better loot, greater freedom, and endless mayhem. And with Borderlands 4, we push things even further.
I'm going to reset the sound real quick.
Movement, abilities, bigger and badder enemies, and a brand new planet, all in service of making you feel like a total badass.
It's the perfect entry point for new players, with incredible new places and a great story. And for our longtime Borderlands fans, we're throwing back to our more grounded tone, while pushing gameplay ahead further than ever before. This is the culmination of years of hard work from my teammates across the Gearbox studios. So enough talk, let's get it. This is Borderlands 4.
It looks really good. Like, no doubt, best looking Borderlands to date. Like, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. It looks very good. They're doing something with the lighting.
Borderlands is an unforgiving sci-fi universe where life is cheap and guns are plentiful. You play as a vault hunter, a badass mercenary with powerful abilities called action skills.
Today I'm playing as Vex, our new siren. She wields supernatural phase energy to devastating effect. She can use that energy to empower herself, or channel it to conjure deadly minions that fight alongside her.
And because everything's better in co-op, I'm joining as Rafa, a former TDR soldier who wears an experimental exosuit. He can digistruct an arsenal of weapons, like the razor-sharp arc knives.
These are two of our 4 new Vault Hunters that you can play at launch.
Borderlands 4 takes place on Kairos, an all-new planet steeped in conflict. For thousands of years, the Timekeeper kept the planet hidden, controlling its inhabitants with bolts, cybernetic implants fused to their spines. Anyone who stepped out of line was brutally crushed by his army of synthetic soldiers known as the Order.
That is until 6 years ago when Alpha showed up. This rogue moon was teleported away from Pandora at the end of Borderlands 3 by the legendary Vault Hunter, Lilith. When it reappeared across the galaxy, it crashed into the protective veil around Kairos. The results were devastating. A planet-wide cataclysmic event that disrupted the Timekeeper's perfect order.
Now people all across Kairos have started rising up, some even ripping out their bolts, and chunks of their brain along with it.
Here it comes!
That's the situation our Vault Hunters have crash-landed into. A planet ready to explode, and you're the spark. As you explore, you'll meet a cast of incredible characters. Fan favorites return, like Zane and Moxie. You'll also meet new friends like Rush.
And as always, Claptrap is along for the ride.
Last but not least is Echo 4. This helpful drone follows you everywhere, hacking order tech, scanning the environment, and helping guide you to objectives. But enough of all that. Let's get into the game.
Thanks to our improved lobby system, it's easier than ever to join up with your friends on the fly. And with full crossplay at launch, you can play with your friends on any platform.
Nice.
Today, we're venturing into Terminus Range, a frigid, mountainous region.
This is just one of the 4 zones on Kairos that you can seamlessly explore. There's next to no loading time, just endless looting and shooting mayhem.
For our current mission, we need to break into a secret black site located deep in the mountains. One of the Timekeeper's generals, Vile Lichter, has been conducting grotesque experiments on locals. It's up to us to stop him.
All right, let's get moving. Here I'm using Glide, one of our new movement abilities. Along with dash, double jump, climbing, and point grapple, these make getting around more fun and add a ton of utility to combat.
Okay. Behind me
traverse, you'll
is
uncover
the 4
and
weapons.
beautiful world. And to bring Kairos to life, we've introduced dynamic weather and events, so you constantly have new things to discover.
There's also plenty of local wildlife to contend with, like these Kratch, flying beasts who attack in flocks.
Here we've come across a silo, one of
Guns-
several new activities in
Gun
Borderlands
sounds
4.
really good.
You'll
Really
naturally
punchy.
discover short gameplay experiences like this all across Kairos. There's no need to pick up a mission first. These are auto-granted and tracked on your HUD.
Silos house old, decommissioned order tech that you can hijack for the Crimson Resistance.
With the help of Echo 4, we'll hack into their network and release the communications balloon. Now that we're in charge, we can fast travel to the silo. And as a bonus, it's revealed the approximate location of a vault key fragment. We can collect these fragments to unlock a hidden vault, a high-level dungeon with challenging combat and serious loot.
Let's get after it.
I'm there. I'm getting there, chat. This looks really promising. The movement, the guns, the environment, the
Another
world.
nice thing about silos is you can zip line up and take off. And if that's not fast enough for you, you can always pull out your personal vehicle, the Digirunner. Just hop on, hit boost, and get rolling.
You can customize the body, paint job, and even how it handles.
And because this is Borderlands, you best believe it has guns.
As you traverse, you'll encounter a host of dynamic events. From order patrols to world bosses, there's always something to shoot and loot.
All right, we're coming up on an order outpost. Let's see the new movement abilities in action.
Chaining our new traversal abilities together makes combat more dynamic than ever. You can dash in and out of melee attacks, dodge projectiles, or quickly reposition to gain an advantage.
Now I know that there's a vault fragment around here somewhere, but we've got a mission to get back to. Let's pull out Echo 4 to show us where to go.
Yeah, the frame rate, I don't know why. I think they're doing 30. It looks like 30 FPS.
Tali herself, Amara. She's a former vault hunter and exotic pet sitter from Borderlands 3. She came to Kairos in search of Lilith and is now helping us take down the Timekeeper.
The gameplay looks good, though. I like the movement. It reminds me a little bit of Destiny.
Don't you whine at me, homies. We'll play in a moment, huh? Ugh, you agree to pet sit for a few weeks, and the next thing you know, you're having full conversations.
Yeah, the FOV, let me turn it down just a tad. The FOV is too low, and the frame rate's not at 60, so I'm not sure. Some games do this. I don't know why. They showcase everything in 30, and I don't know why.
Ooh, your specialty. Please, be my guest.
Come, let's throw some light on this black side.
Yeah, it'll definitely have an FOV slider and be 60 FPS. I think they just, maybe they've got the lighting
crawling with creeps.
cranked or something.
Co-op has always been at the heart of Borderlands, and we've put a ton of work into making it better than ever. Our improved lobby was just the start. You can also set your own campaign difficulty independently of the rest of the party. This way, everyone can tune the experience to their liking.
And you don't have to worry about loot ninjas stealing your drops, as loot is always instanced for each player. Plus, if you ever get split up, you can easily fast travel to your friends.
And 2-player split screen returns so you can enjoy couch co-op. Regardless of how you play, we just want you to be able to hang with your buddies and have a great time.
Tim!
What the hell is that?
It's Tim.
Everyone else heard the talking creep, right?
Tim feels like the product of Lictor's twisted mind. Another of his experiments. If he's doing this to creeps, I shudder to think what he's doing to Lilith. We need to get inside. That air vent. Let's check it out.
Leave it out, Timmer. All right. That's enough.
Hermes is really creeped out in here. Not me, obviously. Hermes.
Now that we're in the black site, let's take a moment to talk about loot. In Borderlands 4, each piece of gear comes from one of 8 manufacturers with their own characteristics and trademarks. There's Jacobs, with crit-friendly black powder weapons, the elemental expertise of Maliwan, Vladoff, who solve lower accuracy with more bullets.
Yes.
The toss to reload Tedior,
Yes.
or Torg with explosion.
Yes,
We
Torg.
also have 3 new ones.
Yes.
The Order with powerful charge and release blast,
Okay.
fully auto rippers, and the reliable, easy-to-use Daedalus, which can use multiple ammo types.
Okay.
But that's just the start. We've introduced an all-new licensed parts system. This allows for behaviors and abilities from multiple manufacturers to spawn in a single weapon. For instance, this flat-off assault rifle features a Torg mag, Hyperion shield, and a Maliwan elemental switch,
Okay.
meaning it shoots fast and explodes things. The higher
What?
the rarity, the more parts that can randomly
Let's
spawn,
go.
creating wilder
I
and
love
wilder
that.
loot.
And that's
I love
before
that.
even getting into alt-fire modes, underbarrels, and elemental damage.
The possibilities are truly endless.
Uh-huh.
To support playing with your favorite manufacturer, we've added enhancements. This new type of gear replaces artifacts and provides bonuses to specific manufacturers. Take my current enhancement. It adds a kill bonus to all guns with Daedalus parts, along with more reload speed and critical damage.
Love it.
This lets you min-max your build around your favorite manufacturer, immediately turning
I
just
said that
okay guns
earlier
into
today, didn't I,
amazing
chat?
weapons.
Finally, we've heard your feedback, and we've overhauled our drop rates and loot across the game. We've worked hard to make sure all our gear feels better than ever, while also making rarity matter again. This makes for our most satisfying loot chase ever. And at the top of everything are legendaries. These have always had unique effects that you won't find on any other piece of gear. But in Borderlands 3, they drop too often. This not only devalued legendaries, it made everything feel less valuable. In our new system, not only do all guns feel great, but now legendaries will truly be special events. We've added the magic back to our loot chase, and we know you'll love grinding all that great gear on Kairos.
But let's get back to combat so I can show you my favorite thing, Ordnance. This is the new gear slot for grenades and heavy weapons like rocket launchers. Instead of taking up a gun slot and ammo, Ordnance now has cooldown timers. No more saving the big guns for boss fights. Now you can blow stuff up as often as you want.
Before we go further, let's talk a little bit about action skills.
Hey
Every
guys.
Vault Hunter has a set of 3 unique action skills. These are class-defining abilities with devastating effects. Up until now, I'd been using Incarnate to deliver powerful phase blasts. But let's switch it up to Phase Familiar and pull out Trouble. As you can see, each action skill has its own branching skill tree, giving you more build freedom than ever before. On top of passive skills, you can further customize action skills with augments and capstones. These are socketed enhancements that add new behaviors and functions to your action skill.
Different builds completely change how combat plays out, resulting in near endless freedom to experiment. You can swap unlock augments or capstones on the fly, or completely respec your skill trees at hubs around Kairos.
This gives us a chance to talk about traits. Each Vault Hunter has a unique passive ability called a trait. For Vex, her action skills attune to the element of her equipped weapon. So by swapping guns, I can change Trouble's damage from kinetic to shock, fire, or any other elemental type.
That's awesome.
And also, you can pet the cat.
Dead end. Or is it? Let's see where this vent takes us. Gods. Are those test tubes?
Oh, I love the movement. I love it. It's so Destiny-esque.
Down. But thankfully, our fight for your life mechanic makes a return. Of course, I could have avoided it in the first place if I had just used my ref kit. This new piece of gear provides health and other buffs, like temporarily boosting my elemental damage, rate of fire, or movement speed.
I'm almost afraid to ask what's in the tube.
Oh, look at these guys. Are those crystals growing out of them?
By the way, if you're looking to experience the story again or just grind for loot, we've added full mission and boss replay. That's right, no more save loading to run bosses. Now you can return to the arena and use Moxie's big encore machine to spawn another run.
Hey, listen!
But we'll talk more about endgame later. For now, let's jump ahead and show you something truly badass. In Borderlands 4, our bosses are bigger and better than ever, putting all your new skills, gear, and abilities to the ultimate test.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I always said one of the things that Borderlands needed was I need lateral agility. I don't want to just stand and face tank. This looks so good.
That's enough of that for now. But we look forward to showing you much more this June at our first hands-on gameplay event.
And from everyone at Gearbox, thank you for joining us.
They cooked, yo. They did. They cooked, bro. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure because we hadn't seen much. I think they cooked. I think they absolutely cooked. It feels like they took so much of the feedback over the years and they just injected it right into the game. Replay bosses. Like, I always said this about Borderlands 2, and it didn't really get rectified. I always said, you feel like you just have to kind of face tank. You just have to kind of stand there, and you don't have lateral agility. Like, it's hard to get out of the way of attacks. They listened. You got like dashes, double jumps, ground slams. Like, you've got all this movement. They're like moving around like a guardian in Destiny. I was like, that looks so fun. Gunplay, guns sound amazing. The abilities, the skill trees, it all looked great. I'm like, this is everything I wanted from Borderlands 4. Like, giving that increase in build diversity. And I said just this morning, didn't I? I said, let me spec into certain guns. Like, if I like a certain gun and I like a certain gun type, I said this morning, give me a skill tree so that I can do that. They basically did. You can use like those augments or whatever they called them to make certain guns better. And then I love what they did with the guns, like having a Molly-Wand part on like a Torg weapon. I'm in. I'm totally in. That's what they needed to do with Borderlands to get me like excited, to get me like plugged in and wanting to play. They nailed it. They absolutely nailed it. At every level, I'm seeing things I want. The only thing, again, I'm going to come back to what I said about Borderlands 3. The only thing I hope they did not do, I hope they didn't make that first playthrough throwaway. I really hope that first playthrough is not throwaway. I hope that, I hope I don't end up like over-leveled because I play a couple of side quests. I can't stand that in BL2 and 3. It's like, and they did say that when you're playing co-op, you can set difficulty for yourself and it doesn't affect everybody else. I wonder if they're going to let me select that difficulty in playthrough 1. Like, I want loot at my level. I do not want to ever be over-leveled. I always want the loot to be relevant to where I am. Like, I don't drop a 12 if I'm a 15, So I'm pumped. I am very, very pumped. The ability to replay bosses, the grinders are going to love that. You don't have to save it, reload the save it, reload the save. They're just going to let you reload the boss fight. That's an incredible, incredible implementation of feedback they've received over the years. I really do think they cooked. I think they nailed it. Yeah, the state of play was just Borderlands. Yeah. Not many jokes inside the gameplay. It looked more serious. It did. It looked more serious. It felt more. It felt gritty. It felt gritty and more like tonally Borderlands. The only thing I didn't like was the 30 FPS capture. Yeah, I wonder if they're going to upload better capture. The 30 FPS capture is such a weird decision. They said grounded. Yeah, they did. They said it would be more grounded. I don't think they meant the movement or the combat would be more grounded. They were all over the place, right? Appreciate them leaving behind the jokes. If Destiny 2 was single player, they said they were returning to their roots. Yeah, Borderlands 1 was definitely more grounded. Like, if you go back and play Borderlands 1 and you listen to all the recordings from Tannis, all those tapes, it's a dark frickin' game. It's like really dark, and also goofy, right? You should have seen the look on your face. Like, you had TK Baja, you had, are you the one that killed all the people for all the, what do you say? What's he say when you first meet him? What's Scooter say? Are you want to kill all the crap and people ask? That's like Scooter. Did you just jump over piss wash gully? Like, They had the humor, but it wasn't to the degree that it was in like BL2 and 3. Tannis is also a siren. Yeah. I think they've got it. I think they've got the right feel, vibe, tone, the way that it looked like when they went into the menus and stuff. I'm all about it. It looked great. Like the loot, the skill trees. They only showed us 2 characters, by the way. They only showed us 2 characters. Like, that's I mean, that we've only seen half. So there's plenty more. There's plenty more. Hang on, let's just change that title. What happens to TK Baja? Yeah. Don't ever compare trash BL3 to peak BL2. I wasn't comparing. As just they went more jokey with both. Like the jokiness got higher in every time. You know, it got higher every time. Is that video different, Paul? That Gearbox one that you just posted, is that 60? It's still 30 on the official upload. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Hang on, they've got a gameplay trailer from 23 minutes ago. Is this different? Oh, this is just the one. There's not a lot of gameplay in it. This is the one where they like. It's all It's like the cinematic. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to wait. There's no doubt in my mind that it'll be 60 FPS. There'll be an FOV slider. I don't see how they wouldn't give us that. That would be very, very bizarre. Hang on, somebody super chatted, and I didn't get a chance to thank you. Fan funding. A $5 super chat from YouTube is censoring me, I think. I kind of hope they show Switch 2 gameplay and say if Switch 2 is also cross-platform and if it comes in the same release as the other consoles. You know, I didn't even consider that. That's not what you were hinting at, but I wonder if that's why they showed it at 30 FPS. Right? I wonder if that's why they showed it at 30 FPS. Did they think that, like, well, it's going to hit Switch 2, it's going to hit Series S, you know, we'll let people get more performance info later. A lot of games still do that. They still do their trailers. They still do their debuts at 30 FPS. I don't understand it, but they do. They're going back to DLC characters post-launch. Did anyone else notice that they said 4 free characters at launch? Oh, I didn't catch that phrasing. That's good observation. Yeah, they'll probably do. Is the deep dive good? I thought it was great, Behemoth. They 100% answered all of my questions. I feel very satisfied. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in. It looked great. It really did. Didn't they say it was running on the PS5 Pro? Yeah, they said it was all captured on PS5 Pro, but you never know. They could have turned... I mean, they're doing something with the lighting. The guns look so good. I thought it was good. I think the person playing didn't accurately depict the chaotic nature of Borderlands. No, I thought they did because they showed the boss fight. I thought the boss fight was good to show. They were like showing you like an early mission, and then they showed you, look how insane this is going to get. That boss fight was nuts. I was very, very pleased. I just watched another channel. They said it was trash. I don't care. I'm pumped. You missed the VIP earlier. Oh, XCal with the VIP. Let me add you to the total. Thank you for calling that out. Thank you so much for sticking with me that long, FCal, and for doing a VIP. Sony's paid for marketing rights. Maybe they'll have exclusive content. Maybe. Yeah, skins would be the least egregious. I don't like when they do that. I don't like when PlayStation does that. I didn't like when they did that when Hogwarts Legacy. I just mean in terms of purposely trying to smooth the aim, it looked intentionally forced to make it seem slower paced compared to others. I didn't get that vibe. I think they fell prey. They fell prey to the classic hip fire slow pan thing. I don't like when I don't like showcases like that, but I can get over that because what they showed me, I know is gonna be what I want, like the movement especially. The player movement was the cheesy presentation movement. I want to see gameplay with the real player. Yes, yeah, that slow pan hip fire crap. I told you guys leading up to today, I said the thing that I really, really have liked up to now is how they've shown us better movement. They kept showing us that grapple, and then during this gameplay session, they're showing a glide, a double jump, the grapple. I'm like, this feels very Destiny inspired, and I'm here for it. I really, really am. I'm very, very excited. Are you worried at all about legendary drop rate? Okay, no, yeah, that's an excellent question. So the reason that I don't care that much about that, Goku, is because I never played Borderlands that way, like grinding a boss for like a legendary drop. I'm more excited about how the purples in the game are going to be where the meat is. Like, you're going to be getting, like, a Torg weapon that has, like, a Maliwan clip or a TD or a perk or something. That I think, potential amalgamation of parts and pieces, I think that's going to make for a good grind and a good, like, that's going to make the loot exciting. I'm kind of okay with legendaries being rare in Borderlands, because Borderlands, that's not the, like, that to me is like Destiny's exotics. Like, grinding for legendaries from bosses in Borderlands, I'm not sure about, like, the community, what they're going to feel about that, because they really like to get, like, the god roll legendaries. But it seemed like maybe they were moving away from that. Like, once you get the legendary, maybe that's just it. You don't need to grind for the god roll. I'd be interested to see if they speak to that. People complained about a good legendary drop rate in BL3, so I'm surprised they toned it down in 4. Oh, they dropped like crazy in BL3. They dropped a lot. The question is, are they going to move away from rolls? Like, is a legendary just a legendary? Like, is that just it? Is that all you... That's the gun? Like, is that how they're going to do it? I don't know. I'm not sure. But I probably want to quickly write and record a reaction to put up tonight about that. Because I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited about what they showed, which means I probably got to call it. I got to call it. I can't keep streaming. We've been streaming. How long we've been streaming over here on Twitch? Yeah, I've been streaming for 8.5 hours. So yeah. Yeah. Good stuff today. Yeah, good stuff today. The waiting room was fun. This stream was fun. Guys, make sure and smash the like button on your way out. There's like 600 of you here. We could easily get the like count to 400. These videos tend to do well once we're done because people want to go back and kind of watch them and kind of get the reaction. So if you're supporting me on Twitch, thank you so much for doing that. Remember, a sub on Twitch means you see no ads, and that supports me directly. If you want to join on YouTube, make sure you click Member Plus, and then that way you don't miss out on all the content. The goal's a little bit behind, so we got to play some catch-up the next 2 days if you guys want that Friday night stream with Madam. But great day, great showing. We may have an upload tonight about Borderlands, so keep your eyes out for that. That may hit tonight. If not, it may end up hitting tomorrow. Appreciate you guys and all that you do for me. And yeah, make sure and get plugged into the Discord as well so you don't miss out on staying connected with the community. That's in there. That's a sub-only, member-only Discord. So thank you guys so much for all that you do for me. I'll see you bright and early in the morning for morning coffee on both platforms. Take care.